Lawmakers in 3 different states received letters with suspicious white powder. That's right. I'll give you the details on this. And also, why experts are warning that you should not mail your own checks with the U.S. Postal Service. And I'll give you the details on why this is a growing cause for concern. All this and more in this video. Let's jump right in. Yeah, so there's been a lot of new type of concerns, maybe the growing concern over what's going on with the Postal Service and more. We'll start with this first one here on suspicious letters going to lawmakers here with white powdery substance being mailed to them. Take a listen here.
Next tonight, more letters with white powder have been received by lawmakers, this time in Montana. Authorities are now conducting urgent analysis of the substance. Montana is the third state where lawmakers have received letters with a white powder. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Tonight, a growing investigation into suspicious letters with white powder mailed to lawmakers and officials in 3 states, Kansas, Tennessee, and now Montana. Law enforcement currently testing the unknown substance sent to at least 3 Republican lawmakers in Montana. The governor tweeting the state will bring to bear whatever resources are needed to support law enforcement officers as they investigate. The FBI aware and now warning others to be cautious when opening mail. Just last week, similar envelopes were sent to Republican lawmakers in Tennessee, forcing a legislative office in Nashville to temporarily lock down. And in Kansas, more than 100 letters. The vast majority, lawmakers tell ABC News, apparently addressed to Kansas Republicans.
It was just in your typical letter envelope, and at the very bottom of it, you could feel that it was very thick.
Federal law enforcement sources tell ABC postal inspectors intercepted similar letters addressed to former President Trump, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, and other high-profile people.
Authorities believe the cases in Kansas and Tennessee are connected, but it's still unclear if the letters in Montana are related. So far, no motive or suspects have been identified.
Yeah, some scary stuff here. We've seen this before in the past, and now we're seeing a new resurgence here of this again. And it's not even quite election time. We still have well over a year for that. And it's a scary, scary thing here. You can let me know your thoughts here down below in the comments. Also, thank you so much for liking and sharing these videos so other people can see this and be aware of this. Next up, I want to show you this here. Yeah, avoid mailing your checks, experts warn. Here's what's going on with the USPS, United States Postal Service. United States Postal Service sends warning to not send their checks in the mail. Here's why. A surge in crimes targeting the U.S. Postal Service has some experts warning Americans against sending their checks through the mail. Yeah, the United States Postal Service last month cautioned that it has seen an increase in attacks on letter carriers and mail fraud incidences, with 305 mail carriers robbed in the first half of 2023 alone, on pace to exceed the previous year's 412 robberies that happened in the full year last year. Yikes. At the same time, fraudsters are targeting mailboxes also, either stealing letters directly from residents' homes or from the blue USPS, United States Postal Service collection boxes, the Postal Service said as well. The rise in crime targeting postal carriers and mailboxes heightens the risk that mailed checks could be stolen, and has been documented in incidences across the nation. For instance, a rash of thefts from blue collection boxes in Milwaukee led to the breakup last month of a criminal ring doing this stuff. The suspects allegedly used stolen, quote, arrow keys or a universal USPS key that opens mail collection boxes. Oh, wow. To pilfer mail, including more than 900 stolen checks, according to a criminal complaint. Wow, using stolen arrow keys or a universal USPS key that opens all mail collection boxes. That's not a good thing to have out there in the wild. The theft issues have promoted the USPS to advise that Americans avoid depositing mail in blue collection boxes or leaving it in their own mailboxes for a carrier to pick up. Instead, the agency is now recommending that patrons come inside their local post office to securely send mail. Experts concur with the advisory to only mail checks at the post office directly. If you're choosing to mail a check, it is always recommended that you use a secure mail drop-off, such as inside a post office versus an unsecured public-facing mailbox. Wow. Why is mail theft on the rise? In an email to MoneyWatch, the U.S. Postal Service said that mail theft is increasing as part of a broader national trend of increased crime patterns, and that roughly 300,000 complaints about mail theft in 2021 alone, more than double the prior year's total. In some cases, criminals are attacking mail carriers and stealing their entire deliveries. In others, fraudsters are using arrow keys to gain access to postal boxes, take letters, checks, and other valuables. Wow. In 2020, the Office of the Inspector General found that the agency didn't know how many arrow keys were in circulation or how many had been stolen, raising concern about the security of collection boxes. What could happen if your check is stolen? Thieves use a technique called check washing to scam you out of your money. That involves using chemicals that erase your writing on the check, such as the name of the recipient and the amount of the check. Once the payment is blank, they can fill in new information, including the amount. In one case, a man mailed a $42 check to pay a phone bill and was shocked when it was cashed for $7,000 paid to someone he had never heard of. Wow. In another case, nearly 60 individuals last year were arrested in Southern California on charges of committing more than $5 million in check fraud against 750 people. Wow. Yeah, so another thing you can do is, set up a lot of your bills on auto pay where it will just kind of deduct the money from your checking account where you don't need to mail a check. You won't have to use a stamp. You won't have to use an envelope. And that is a little bit cheaper for you. And you don't have to worry about sending it in every month or having it being late as well. That is, more convenient actually. So you let me know your thoughts on this. This is actually seeing a reduction. USPS says that they're seeing a reduction on letters being sent in this manner because you can just set it up on auto pay. Of course, you got to make sure you have enough money in your checking account and stuff like that. But if the bill's due anyways, the bill's due anyways. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Some of this stuff is pretty scary. Share this video with anybody that needs to know this information. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any new videos. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here. Click the bell icon after you subscribe. It's completely free to do so. Here's some videos you should watch next. You won't believe what Congress is doing right now. It's pretty shocking. And President Biden just passed new executive orders. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.